Hey, welcome back, Brad Tragick. And I think I'm going to call this Future WrestleMania Predictions because I'm sure there'll be another WrestleMania Predictions video before WrestleMania. We got a little bit. I think 2 months, 3 months for WrestleMania. Could be more. I don't know. I don't keep track of months and mark things off the calendar and shit. But I thought long and hard. I said, okay, WrestleMania is coming upon us, and the first thing that makes us start getting interested in WrestleMania is the Royal Rumble. So the first thing that always comes to people's mind is, who's going to win it? Well, I sat and thought about this for a long time, and there's some possibilities. And a lot of people were thinking, I think, are thinking like, Randy Orton's going to win it or something like that. And I really hope he doesn't, but I think what should happen, and I will give my prediction, which I don't think Randy Orton will win it. I really do think that. But then again, you have to go back and think about who won the last two Royal Rumbles. Because I think last year was Alberto Del Rio. The year before that, could be wrong, but I believe John Cena won that Royal Rumble. So, didn't he win that Royal Rumble? Oh, now I gotta go search for it, so I might have to stop the video. No, I don't care. I think John Cena won. But if you think about it, there's been a lot of newcomers, win the Royal Rumble, sort of. I mean, you think Alberto Del Rio won it last year? I think John Cena won it the year before. So, there's been a big person win the Royal Rumble. They had Alberto Del Rio win it last year. So they could possibly have someone that's been around for a little bit win the Royal Rumble. Now, coming from that kind of makes me not want to pick somebody that's been here for a short amount of time, but somebody who has, been around, has, did some things in the company. I mean, a lot of the guys who, jump into the world title scene lately haven't really had much title reigns, blah, blah, blah. So this leads me to believe, as much as they've been pushing Dolph Ziggler, I would not be shocked at all. And I'm going out on a limb here and saying that Dolph Ziggler, I really do kind of pick him to win the Royal Rumble. Because who else would win the Royal Rumble? Who else in your right mind has did so much shit this year that you could actually predict that they could do well and win the Royal Rumble? I mean, I will admit that Dolph Ziggler, anytime he gets involved with, the top main eventers, he's always the one getting pinned. But hey, maybe that's how WWE's initiating him into getting into the main event scene. I really do think that Dolph Ziggler, or, since they ain't got nothing to do with Sheamus right now, that they may just have him win the Royal Rumble. And then boom, he's got something to do. That's the two guys I really do think who's going to win the Royal Rumble. I mean, Cody Rhodes is on a run with the Intercontinental Championship. They need to let him have a run with that through WrestleMania. So I hope to God that whoever he faces at WrestleMania does not beat him. I hope he, has a great match with him. And it's going to be awesome. But I think he needs to have a legendary match at WrestleMania that makes him look like $1 million. Make him have a WrestleMania moment, have his Intercontinental title, look really, really good. And then next year, then they can, in the middle of next year, they can have him, have his run and maybe possibly get in that main event scene, or at least get in a main event, type of match with someone next year at Mania, maybe a Cody Rhodes Randy Orton match at WrestleMania 29 would be awesome, because they could have a good build up to the match. I'm sorry, am I hyping a Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match at WrestleMania 29? Anyway, besides that. But I really do think that we will see somebody like Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, somebody who's been around for a little bit, and then within the past couple of years, and we've seen develop. I think one of those guys is going to win the Royal Rumble, and it'll be kind of like a first, kind of like a Rey Mysterio win the Rumble that one year. Where we grew up with this guy, we've seen him in WWE for a couple of years, and we've seen how popular he's gotten and how people have gotten behind him. That's somebody who I can see winning the Royal Rumble. And what would be really stupid is if Randy Orton did win the Royal Rumble. Just because, I'm in the main event scene. Make me win the Royal Rumble because I need a reason to go. You fucking don't need a reason for Randy Orton to win the Royal Rumble, so don't make him win the Royal Rumble. There's no need for it. They can put him in the main event scene anytime you freaking want. It's like John Cena. Does John Cena need a reason to be in the world title match? No. They can just randomly tell us that he's the number one contender sometime. We don't need to do that shit. Like, they need to make like guys like Sheamus and, Dolph Ziggler and people like that. They need to have them win the Royal Rumble for us to believe, that, well, they're in the main event now, I think Dolph Ziggler is believable right now to be put in the main event. But, of course, I'm dumb. Because, all those people who won the U.S. Championship in WCW and dropped the belts, or, even went into the match, which didn't make sense when you look back on it, but WCW would have people win the U.S. Championship and then win the world title, and they would still be holding both the belts, and then they would drop the U.S. belt. But that person wouldn't really get a rematch, get a shot at the world title. Did that make any sense to you? Because I know that happened at least once or twice in WCW's history. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody knows which ones, because I'm sure it happened at least once or twice in WCW, and I thought that was kind of weird. But anyway, I think Sting was actually one of them, I thought. That somebody beat him, either, the night before or something like that, like a pay-per-view happened or something and lost the U.S. strap. I guess if they have the champion, had something to do with them losing the belt, it makes sense, but I don't know. So other WrestleMania predictions is, alright, what is the 12, whatever it begins, promos? I was actually going to call bullshit and say it's the fucking network channel debuting, but I had no idea. I heard Select Daddy's predictions. If you haven't seen Off the Rope Show predictions, definitely check that out. Listen to their rant about it. And if you heard that, I'm sorry. Heard their predictions about maybe it being Shawn Michaels and have something to do with him and Triple H, possibly. You know what? You never can say never in the WWE, and it could be, Part 3, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Who's to say Shawn Michaels can't come back and have a match, But I would say that. If Slug Daddy and them are saying that Shawn Michaels could possibly be somehow be in WrestleMania, I say Part 3 of the match that I've never seen. Maybe I'll have to catch up on the other 2 matches if they have a third one this year. But yeah, it could be. I mean, but you gotta think. I honestly, when Slug Daddy said something about Shawn Michaels, I was like, triple threat match. That's the immediate thing that I thought about, and I thought Slug Daddy was going to allude to it. But they want to admit they're smart. But I have to admit, you gotta act dumb around the WWE writers nowadays. So I'm going to say that they said it was going to be Shawn Michaels with a guest referee. You're going to hear it first. I am predicting a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. That's what I'm predicting. But along the road to WrestleMania, if they do it that way, which they could do it the same way with him being special guest referee, but along the way, they could reform DX, make them basically heels, going into WrestleMania, which, hell, that's when DX is the best. When they're heels, for the most part. I mean, well, they're heels, but they're not real heels. But they will be heels against The Undertaker because they're going to beat the living shit out of him probably going into WrestleMania. But I can see it happening, and then, maybe them tease that Shawn Michaels is going to be a referee, and then them doing so much shit that they're going to force Shawn Michaels into the match. That could be something, or that in the middle of the feud going into WrestleMania, something happened and Triple H screws with Shawn Michaels, therefore causing it to be a triple threat match, and Shawn Michaels saying, no, I want to pin The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Because that kind of leads me to believe that if they do make it a triple threat match, and The Undertaker does not win the match, this could be a way to say The Undertaker lost but never got pinned. I may have to post this off the rope show. Maybe let's see if they watch this, because I'm predicting this. What would be a better way to have Undertaker lose his streak but never get pinned? I'm predicting it. I'm saying it right now. Triple threat match at WrestleMania. Undertaker does not win the match. Triple H goes over. Why would you have Shawn Michaels win? So, I don't know. That'd be kind of weird, though. I'm predicting that. That's the first thing I thought of when Shillelagh Daddy on Alter Rep Show said something about Shawn Michaels being in the promo videos, possibly. I immediately thought, blah, blah, blah. Alright, going on to John Cena and The Rock. Horrible. John Cena can't win right now. They have to do something before WrestleMania, or John Cena cannot win that match at WrestleMania. It's just straight up. John Cena has to turn heel, or he has to... It's basically it. John Cena has to be heel. He has to go back to his Thugonomics character, to be honest, in order to beat The Rock. In order to be believable that he can beat The Rock. If he starts to cheat a little, before WrestleMania, start doing the whole thing like kind of Macho Man used to do, where everybody loved him, but he yanked the tights every once in a while, That's how he won the title at WrestleMania 8. Macho Man, everybody loved him. He cheated to win the belt, guys. Who cares? The freaking Macho Man. Anyway. Yeah. Thugonomics needs to come back, or John Cena better not win that damn match. It's going to look stupid. Yeah, really dumb. Other matches at WrestleMania, I can't really predict anything right now. It's so shitty. I mean, you can see the women's title match is probably going to be on there. It's going to be probably the first match at WrestleMania. I honestly think they should just leave it out this year because they haven't really did anything. It'd be awesome to see Karma come back and have Karma and Beth Phoenix at WrestleMania for the strap. It wouldn't. It doesn't mean anything now anyway, so whatever. Give Karma the strap and he come back and make it mean something. But that would be a good match to see. Karma and Beth Phoenix. Please, not Carmen, but Kelly. Please go. Even Karma and Natalya would be awesome. WrestleMania. Two women that can actually wrestle. How about that? Put the strap on one of them. Put them at WrestleMania. That's it. That or just don't put it on the card. I'd be happy with that too. Cody Rhodes. Who would face Cody Rhodes? Wow. That would be something. Not really sure. I haven't really had... I didn't watch SmackDown this week, so I don't know if they started a program with anybody or not. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton, I'm assuming, in some type of match at WrestleMania. If they continue this feud and they don't have a match at Mania, it'll be the dumbest thing I could think they can do. But I mean, they're building them right now, so why end the feud right before WrestleMania? Doesn't make any sense. So they're probably gonna have a match at WrestleMania. CM Punk, who's he gonna face? WWE is so sick right now that I cannot think of who do you even face? I mean, he's probably gonna be in a match against somebody. I can almost see like I said, Cena's busy. He ain't got nothing to do. Who are they gonna put him against? I can almost see possibly him versus The Miz at WrestleMania. That's the closest thing I can see. But now saying that, I think the winner of the Royal Rumble will face CM Punk. They can pick anybody to face. Why would you not go to Raw after winning the Royal Rumble? So I think it's gonna be either Sheamus or Dolph, and then they're gonna face Cena or CM Punk. Sheamus versus CM Punk, I think, would be an amazing match at WrestleMania. I would love to see that. Even the Miz, winning the Royal Rumble this year. Who's thought about that this year? Who thought about maybe the Miz winning the Royal Rumble? He could be one of the three guys that I'm thinking that can win the Royal Rumble too. I've actually thought about that a couple weeks ago too. As I'm seeing him, he's not really doing anything either. He could win the Royal Rumble too. So I think Sheamus. I think Dolph Ziggler is my number one pick for winning the Rumble, and then probably Miz probably be my second choice, and then Sheamus right behind him. That's being a possibility, because they ain't got nothing for him to do win a Rumble. He'll have something to do. But yeah, I can see Miz and CM Punk. Probably, like I said, whoever wins the Royal Rumble is probably going to face CM Punk for the World Championship first, because Punk's never really been in that place before when that's happened. So that'd be interesting. But I can see Punk going over. Yeah, I can see Punk going over. That's never really happened, no, I don't think, before. That somebody won the Rumble and didn't win the championship. I think it happened last year, actually. Well, no, never mind. Take that back. Well, actually, yeah, it did happen yesterday. Del Rio didn't win the championship last year at WrestleMania. But yeah. Let me think here. Well, let's get right in. My 15 minutes. Future WrestleMania predictions. Watch it. Hope you liked it. Bye-bye. It's not my mind. Hey, I got more than 15 minutes. Yeah! Sorry, I'm excited. Alright, so I don't know how long it's going to let me go. Alright, so yeah, I'm not really sure, like, who else would be, going there. And then, let's go to SmackDown. So, if you watched my rant on Daniel Bryan, what the hell? So, I have no idea what's going to happen with SmackDown. I am hoping that Mark Henry comes back before WrestleMania. Gotta put the strap back on him. They gotta make him go to WrestleMania. If they don't, then have him come back, have a match with, I hate to say it, Daniel Bryan, have him win the belt back. For God's sakes, have him win the belt back. Daniel Bryan is world champion. What the fuck are they gonna do? Who are they gonna put him against? Are we seriously gonna get a Big Show freaking Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania? If we are, oh God, we are in for a world of hurt. It is gonna be the worst Mania match in a long time. I'm talking about. I think Yokozuna, and Bret Hart had a great match at WrestleMania 9, but that's the closest thing I can think of. Because I know Yokozuna can actually put on a match. Big Show and Daniel Bryan. Oh my! What could compare to this? I don't even know what could compare to this match. I really don't. What match lately in a WrestleMania could compare to this shit match? I'm sure it's going to be built really well. The program's going to be really well built, but oh God, I would almost want to compare it to like Lawrence, what the hell, football player and Bam Bam Bigelow when they had their feud built really well. When it got to the match, what the fuck was that? I remember watching that match and going, what the hell? You built that all up for that. Lawrence Taylor to come in and have a shitty match with Bam Bam Bigelow. That's what you built that for? Just to have Lawrence Taylor on your pay-per-view. You're going to have a wrestler face Bam Bam Bigelow and have a better match than that. The fans would have loved it better. Instead, you want to pull some football fans and so now you're going to pull ROH fans into watching Daniel Bryan, or indie fans trying to watch Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, because you're going to put the Big Show with him. Why not somebody else? Fuck it. Put DiBiase in the damn main event. Makes more sense than what you got now. They might as well just build, Sheamus up until WrestleMania. For some reason, Sheamus gets involved in the world title scene. Hell, do it. Fuck it. Who cares? Storylines, throw him out the window. Who needs him right now? Put Sheamus in a program with Daniel Bryan. Who cares if they're both face? Don't need to turn them. Don't need to turn any of them. Build it. Do it now. Whatever. I can't predict anything about that title because how can you? Seriously. Can't do anything with that piece of garbage belt. It's going down the tubes. You might as well flush it down the toilet right now because it's not going to be worth anything soon. So. Eventually, I'm thinking that's what they're going to end up. They're just going to end up using to find the belts. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, WrestleMania, unifying. Had to win over Royal Rumble triple threat match for unification of both the championships. You might as well do it. Fuck it, but they won't. So I don't know who's going to face Daniel Bryan. I have no idea. I don't know if he'll even make it to WrestleMania with the title. Sorry. But, yeah, I can't even predict that. And the tag team scene? Holy shit. What's going on with that? Air Boom? Gotta carry the belts until Mania, I guess. Did anybody remember that they had the straps? Because when Evan Bourne was suspended, they just didn't mention them. We forgot. They said, "Thor wrestling fans, don't forget about the tag team championship. It don't exist." Shh. So I'm guessing Air Boom will defend the titles at WrestleMania and probably lose them. So whoever they face at WrestleMania, I'm predicting they'll probably lose the belts. Maybe the Usos. They'll put the Usos or I'm probably say that Usos will probably win the championships, or they'll win them at WrestleMania to make it a big deal. They'll put them at WrestleMania and have them beat Arabo at WrestleMania. Then that'll start Kofi and Evan Bourne will split up and maybe have a feud with them. That would actually be a good thing for WrestleMania. So that's my prediction for that, I guess. Wow. They got so many guys now that they actually could have 2 tag belts again. It's like, okay, I understand they can't write for them, but they could at least do something with wrestlers that are not on TV, like Tyler Rex. I don't even know who's on the roster anymore. Tyler Rex, Drew McIntyre. Put the straps on a couple guys. Put them on SmackDown. Here's your tag team championship. Go. Play with it. Do something with it. DiBiase and Drew McIntyre. Hell, do it. Just make it. Whatever. Put Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel back together or something. Give them the straps. Whatever. Give them something to do. I mean, damn, they're not doing anything with the younger talent, so just make the tag team shacks. Have a tag team tournament. Whatever. Put the straps on somebody. Put them on SmackDown. Have them run around with the tag team championship on that brand. Something. God damn, do something. I hope to God this network does good for the WWE. That's all I'm saying. Because it's good now, but it should have came out before WrestleMania because it probably would have helped them, promote the younger guys and get things ready for WrestleMania. But I think next year, I do say WrestleMania 29 will probably be an awesome pay-per-view. But WrestleMania 30 will probably guarantee to be an awesome pay-per-view. Because by then, they'll have a lot of guys that I think the Wade Barrett will be built up, the Sheamus will be built up, the Miz will be amazing probably by then. Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler, they'll have all these guys built up. Cena will probably still be around. Orton will still be, he'll still be around. Mark Henry will probably still be good. He'll probably still be working for the WWE. Hopefully Big Show's gone by then. Triple H will probably still be there, I'm assuming, and probably be having his last match at WrestleMania or something. Things like that. So I think we're hitting a boom period. We're slow to get there, but we're getting another boom period. It's coming. It's coming. I think we're talking about, the 10s are going to have a boom period. It's going to start 2012 is going to be the beginning of the boom. That's going to happen. There's always the beginning of the era that happens. Because if you remember, 93, 94, that was a shitty time. And the 95 hit. Bam! It started to get better. You started to see that boom come up with, Diesel becoming world champion, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of where it started to go uphill. Because you started to see, Diesel getting the matches with these guys. And the guys that he would face would later on go on to be main eventers. I could be getting an analogy wrong. But you see where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. I don't want to push Nash too much on the thing here. So, but you get what I'm saying. People in that era, you could see it kind of because they gave Nash a run with the World Championship. They got him a good character. Now, why at the time they didn't give Scott Hall a chance to go for the World Championship? Who knows? Because that didn't make no sense. If they were technically in the clique together, why didn't they give Scott Hall a run? But anyway, I still don't understand that to this day. But yeah, that's my future WrestleMania predictions. Thank you, and for some reason YouTube let me go over. I don't know what I did, but hey, thank you, YouTube. Been Tragick. See you later.